to the Chinatown Night Market in San Francisco. The Chinatown Night Market happens every second Friday throughout the summer, and the vibes here are honestly so fun. First stop, Tanghulu. Their booth was right outside the shop, so we had to stop by and check it out. The store itself was very pretty, and the Tanghulu looked so good too. If you never had Tanghulu before, it's basically fruit coated in a crunchy sugar shell, and honestly, it looked amazing. Next stop was Ali's Barbecue, and this place smelled so good. They had beef, pork, and chicken kebabs, cooking fresh, and honestly, you could smell the barbecue cooking from a mile away. Next up, I had to stop by the sushi booth because everything looked so fresh and delicious. I ended up getting the eel roll and the pumpkin roll, which was something completely new for me to try. The eel roll was definitely my favorite. I'd 100% get it again. The pumpkin roll was very different from most sushi rolls I've had before, but in a good way. Something else I had to try was the popcorn chicken. It was super crispy, flavorful, and honestly so good that I accidentally ate half the bowl before I even started filming the first bite. Most of the food items at the night market were around $5 per portion too, including dim sum, rice plates, noodles, and different street snacks. So it's definitely pretty easy to try a bunch of different foods without spending too much. I definitely recommend bringing some cash when you're coming, but most vendors also accept Venmo and credit cards in case you forget. Now we made it to the bakery section, where one of the workers took a strawberry and whipped cream and turned it into a flour. Then he made a rose too. It was honestly so creative and pretty to watch. Right next to that was the Fruitful Dreams booth with fresh cut fruit cups, bear-shaped candies, and fresh sugarcane juice literally made right in front of us. This is definitely a must-try. Growing up, I used to chew on sugarcane itself because it was so juicy and honestly really fun to eat. And now we're at the coconut booth, where they had coconut jelly in so many different flavors like pistachio, black sesame, hazelnut, and red bean. Or you could just grab a fresh coconut on its own if that's more your thing. This booth also had giant mochis, and if you bought one, they gave you a flower as a free gift. But the cool part is, the flower is actually soap too, so if you could gift this to someone and they could use the rose as soap afterwards, which I thought was super creative. Ooh, this next booth had flavored sponge cakes, and if you never tried these before, it's honestly a must try. They're super soft, fluffy, and the filling in the middle is so good. They had flavors like lemon, chocolate, and strawberry, and honestly, all of them were worth trying. They also had chocolate-covered strawberries too, which are always a good choice. And this part of the night market seriously felt like dim sum heaven. From egg tarts to giant sesame balls, sticky rice wrapped, ready-to-go fried rice, chow mein, egg rolls, pineapple buns, hot dog buns, barbecue buns, and even the prettiest strawberry sandwiches and chocolate-covered strawberries on display, and of course the cutest onigiri with so many different fillings to choose from. This next bakery booth had so many different desserts and treats to choose from, like moon cakes, fresh fruit cakes, mini Swiss rolls, cheese slices, cheese mochi, and even coconut jelly drinks. There was honestly so many good options that it was hard to decide on what to get. This next booth had mini rice plates and fresh buns, and honestly the duck over rice instantly caught my eye. It was still steaming hot and looked so good. They also had chassi over rice, crispy egg rolls, steamed pork buns, red bean sesame buns, and siu mai. All part of the $5 deal, perfect if you wanted to grab a few different things and try a little bit of everything. House of Dim Sum was also at the night market, and everything was only $5 as well. From chow mein, spinach dumplings, pork and shrimp dumplings, pot stickers, and even traditional almond cookies. They also had handmade sweet rolls, which you honestly don't see too often anymore. Most of the time, I only see those packaged in tins and factory made, so I definitely say it's worth trying it while you're here. And if you're a vegetarian, they had plenty of options for you guys too. They had sticky mango rice, which I definitely recommend, spicy dan dan noodles that looked super popular, veggie dumplings, and even vegan chicken sticks, which is something I actually haven't tried before. For those who have tried something similar, let me know how it is, and if you have a favorite vegetarian dish I should try next time, let me know in the comments. And for anyone who has a sweet tooth, this booth is definitely for you. They had these cake boxes, which was actually my first time seeing something like this. They had 3 different flavors: strawberry, mango, and chocolate. The Hong Kong clay pot booth also had more onigiri options, and honestly, there's something so addictive about eating rice balls wrapped in seaweed. Maybe it's because they're fun to eat, but they're always so good and make the perfect snack while walking around the night market. This next booth had homemade mooncakes with so many different flavors: red bean, brownie, matcha, Taiwanese pineapple, black sesame. Honestly, way more options than I expected. The night market had so many activities like this dropstick challenge. It looked easy while I was waiting in line, but once it was my turn, it was actually so hard. If you're good at this game, drop your tips in the comments because I definitely need help. The night market also had live music and so much energy everywhere we walked. And now, enjoy the line dance show from the night market.
Go nowhere. Ain't got no place to play. Heart attack.